welcome to Ad America, the U.S. Embassy's American Center, with me, Andrea, as your host for today. Welcome. Today, we will witness the power of science, technology, engineering, art, and math as students build and program robots to tackle real-world challenges in First Tech Challenge, where competition meets collaboration. First of all, we will be hearing a little introduction about First Tech Challenge from our keynote speaker for today. So please welcome the president of IFR Foundation, Hisham Wahono.
Hello everyone. Selamat sore semuanya. Halo, nama aku Hisham Wahono. Aku president of IFR Foundation, which is the program delivery partner for First Tech Challenge in Indonesia. So I will talk a little bit about First Tech Challenge and our own regional event, which is Nusantara Regional. Next. Okay, so introduction to FIRST. FIRST is a robotics program around the world. We are the golden standards for robotics competition in the world. We have reached about over 3.2 million students participating since 3 decades ago. Our purpose is to prepare the young people of today for the world of tomorrow, to transfer our culture by creating a world where science and technology are celebrated and where young people dream of becoming science and technology leaders. The mission of FIRST is to provide life-changing robotics program that give young people the skills, confidence, and resilience to build a better world. So the FIRST core values are fundamental to FIRST and unique to its program. They emphasize friendly on sportsmanship, respect for the contribution of other, teamwork, learning, and community involvements. Towards discovery, innovation, impact, inclusion, teamwork, and we also have fun in each that we do. Our community achieves great things by building the future of workforce, building a community of global citizens, and also building a better future. So what programs do FIRST offers? We offers a wide range of programs that ensures a broad range of opportunities for participants across learning environments, such as we do our programs using gameplay, fun thematic robot game challenges to enhance engineering and teamwork skills, to introduce innovation, real-world innovation into students. We also introduce students to career exploration by building a community for them as well, and we recognize the things that they are doing. So FIRST is divided into 3 programs. FIRST Lego League for ages 4 to 16, FIRST Tech Challenge 12 to 18, and FIRST Robotics Competition. Right now, the FIRST Lego League and FIRST Robotics Competition is still on waitlist to be in Indonesia, but we have bring FIRST Tech Challenge into Indonesia. So I will show you a video that will explain a little bit more about FIRST Tech Challenge and how you can join and participate in FIRST Tech Challenge.
FIRST Tech Challenge challenges kids ages 12 to 18 to program, design, build, and compete with robots.
FIRST Tech Challenge is one of 3 engaging FIRST programs.
Every year they release a new challenge.
Once you get the challenge, you figure out your game plan.
Teams use a reusable kit to program robots in a variety of coding languages.
Every year you also learn more and more about coding, so then your code's gonna get better and better.
Personally, I do not learn hearing about it, but hands-on is just go into it. Instead of saying, oh, I know how to build this robot, I can say, I built this robot.
In FIRST Tech Challenge, students are developing a broad range of skills.
Manufacturing, hardware, troubleshooting, but there's also a lot of things that you learn that you wouldn't necessarily think about. People skills.
Problem-solving skills, helping one another, helping other teams.
The program draws so many students that come in who just want to do the marketing, who just want to do fundraising. And that's a great thing that the kids learn very early on.
The model of FIRST has provided incredible opportunities for the students to interact with professionals.
Whenever I asked my mentors a question, they always flipped the question around and asked, where would you find the answer to that question if I weren't here? They slowly built my confidence up so much more to a point where we weren't asking them questions, we were just going.
Each team has to compete at a local event, win awards at the local event, and then they're able to move on to the FIRST championship.
You walk into the room and there's that smell. The smell of robots.
There's different languages, different culture. It's just the best thing ever.
There are scholarships for colleges, universities, as well as technical programs.
I think it's incredibly important for youth to see careers in science and engineering as a possibility for them.
First Tech Challenge is like an avenue for me to express my creativity with like-minded individuals that later become my friends through the program.
First in one word, wow.
Fun!
First is inspiration.
First is amazing.
First is hope.
So FIRST is the only one of its kind that has data for longitudinal studies for over 3 decades. So we can conclude that with evidence that FIRST students are prepared for greater success in classroom and in workforce. So interest rather than academic proficiency is a greater predictor of children pursuing studies in science, technology, engineering, or math. There is evidence on increase in STEM-related attitudes from twice doubled from the other groups. There's also lasting impact on girls and young women that join FIRST programs, even after 9 years of after enrolling with the FIRST program. So this is just one example of how FIRST changes the community abroad, and it's going to change in Indonesia as well. So there is a team in Minnesota that the team builds a wheelchair for Cillian, which is she has disabilities. That the robotics team built a wheelchair for them. So FIRST is also building a culture of equity and inclusion through our programs. So for example, we have training and resources for coaches and mentors and volunteers for the youth, disability inclusion as well. We have grants available for STEM equity community innovation grants, team grants opportunity, and there's other grants available on our website if you want to learn more about them. So FIRST is the gold standards in STEM with over 1 million deeply engaged participants, coaches, mentors, educators, and volunteers each year. This is not including our students that participate in our wide range of programs. So how to get involved with FIRST? Right now, there's only FIRST Tech Challenge in Indonesia. You can start by simply following 5 steps. Build a team, recruit 15 members for an FTC teams, recruit at least two adult mentors, and then establish a meeting and build a space. Then you can register to our website, firstinspires.org/registers, to create a FIRST account for your students and the teachers. And you can build your robots, build your field as well, and you can attend an event. Here in Indonesia, we'll have Nusantara Regional later in December or January. You can learn more at our website here. We also have educator resources. So you can, if your school doesn't have a FIRST program in place yet, you can contact us, and we will also be gladly to help you start over. We also have a wide range of programs that will help you to start FIRST programs. FIRST also believes that all kids need access to education. So we have wide ranges of grants as well. And we will help you to fundraise to companies and everything that will get you started in having a FIRST robotics team. For other people who wants to participate but is not a student, you can be a team mentor or coaches, or you can volunteer at our events as well. Lastly, I will conclude this presentation with a video that will show you how fun to be a FIRST team is.
That I have an entire world of connections.
It allows me to volunteer and give back to the community.
I think FIRST can really prepare you to solve any number of the world's big problems. The skills that you're going to be learning can completely change the future. That concludes my presentation. I hope you will reach out to me and how we can help you and your school to have a FIRST Tech Challenge teams. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kak Hisham, for the wonderful presentation about FIRST Tech Challenge. And now, before we start our fun for today, I have a little ice-breaking question for you to answer. And the question is, what was the first ever robotic competition that was held? Is it A, RoboCup, B, Battle Pots, C, Micro Mouse, or D, DARPA Grand Challenge? If you think you know the answer, you can submit your answer to our social media platforms, and the first person who is able to answer correctly will be receiving a shout-out later in the very end of the event. So now, let me introduce you to our moderator for today. He is the head of Transfer of Technology and Offsets from Defense Industry Policy Committee, or KKIP. Please welcome Dr. Yono Reksoprodjo.
Thank you, Andrea. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and have fun while we are having this great panels. Please allow me to invite Dr. Riza Wahono, Mr. Ionel Doboaca, and then the Indonesian FTC team, 19829 R2045, to come at the stage, please. Okay, so I think we're going to have, some, introduction really from Dr. Riza Wahono, Mr. Ionel Doboaca, as well as the Indonesian FTC team that you were in Houston.
Yeah,
during competition.
Yeah, we were the the members of Team 1929 who went and competed at the World Championship First Tech Challenge in Houston, Texas, United States.
So, please introduce yourself and
okay.
your team and what you did last time.
Okay, so let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, I'm Aldanika Faizat. I'm actually the lead team and also the programmer of the team.
All right, thank you so much. Hello everyone, my name is Taufik and I'm the mechanical team and also the 3D design team of the, in the team. And I also build the robots, the concept, and also the real robots.
So, let's.
So what is robot?
Oh.
Why do you have such interest? And then why competing?
Okay.
I'm aiming on something. What?
So the most interesting part of the first Inspires competition is that it has wide range of competitions like the first Lego League, as you can see previously, first Tech Challenge, and also first Robotics. However, we this year in 2023 and 2024, we decided to join the first Tech Challenge because it is quite simple to build robots compared to the first robotics. So the most interesting part of first Tech Challenge compared to the first robotics is that there are a lot of kits that we can use to make the robots compared to FRC, which we might need to do a lot of constructions just to build a robot. While in FTC, we can use Ref Robotics kits, GoBuilder, and etc. So our experience started by joining the Nusantara Regional First Tech Challenge Center Stage seasons. It was held in Depok City Council building on January 1st, 6th January to 7th, if we were not mistaken. So at the time, we only had 4 members in the team. So with 4 members, we built the robots, and we programmed, designed, and also did a lot of documentations like engineering portfolio, engineering notebook, which we sent it to the which we sent it for the in the competitions for another awards. So yeah.
Okay, so continuing all that, we actually, how I can say it, what we do last season is actually go to World Championship in Houston for the first time and also becoming the first Indonesian team that's go to, first team or first FTC team in Indonesia that's go to World Championship in Houston. And how we went there, what award bring us there? Awards that bring us to Houston is actually Inspire Award. And how we get the award is actually we, from what I know from the first, what I have learned from the first manual book award is actually how you can win Inspire Award is from your robots and also from your teamwork, and the judge will.
The judge will judge us obviously.
Yeah.
How we performed during the competitions, during the cooperation with other teams, because First Tech Challenge is actually an alliance format competitions, which 2 teams compete to other 2 teams to win the game. So by competing, the judge is seeking the value of our collaborations, and not just the outcome of the competitions of the robots. So yeah.
Okay, so I will continue. Like maybe I will continue like what we do in the last season. I think after I said how we went to Houston for the first time and become the first Indonesian team, first Indonesian FTC team that go to World Championship. Next thing I want to continue that Aldan actually said that we have only 4 members in our team and how we actually managed to finish the robots and also get some award in the competition and become the first big alliance and winning the competition. By dividing our 4 members, first is Aldan, me, and also 2 of the other member, we split into 4 divisions. First is the programmer, the second is the mechanic, and also the 3D designer. The third role is actually the media, who will document all, or maybe take the picture of every activity in the team. And the last one is the business team. The business team is actually the team that reach out to company or maybe some sponsors outside our places to reach sponsor for our team. And maybe I will tell like how is my experience for only having 4 teams in only 4 members in one team. Because if you want to know, I'm also a first alumni from First Global Talents from 2022, and I also now compete in 2024 First Global Challenge. And in 2022 we got like 30 people, and in 2023 we got 40 people, and now we got 41 people. And in FTC, and yeah, last season I joined a first tech challenge competition, and we only got 4 members. It's actually pretty surprising for me because that's gonna be the first time for me to get a team with only 4 members. And first thing I think is actually how I gonna win the competition, because it seems impossible because there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things to do in the team, like building the robots, getting sponsors, and after that making banners for the pit, and we reach out to our team, and we need to finish engineering portfolio, programming for the robots, for the teleop, and also the autonomous for the robots. That's actually not easy. And in here, we realizing that we only have 4 people, and after that, we spread the job to all the 4 people. So if you want to say, our team is actually pretty busy in the last season because we only have 4 people, and yeah, we still managed to win the Inspire Award, and we become the first Indonesian team that's go to World Championship. And when we go to World Championship, we got more additional members, 3 more members from our school also, that's our junior, and they're really helpful because, yeah, that's what I said before, there's a lot of job to do. There is only 4 members in our team, so by adding 3 people, it's actually really helpful for our team.
Guys, tell me, why robotics? Why not just go farming or plant something? Why you pick robots other than like farming or planting trees? Why?
So why not we just like decided to make other projects or do like a lot of normal things like what other students do in their school, like maybe making Arduino, planting, or yeah. So the thing is that right now we live in a fast-paced world of technology, where innovations is very fast in where technology is very fast in expanding the knowledge. So we think that it is important for youth and students like us to get involved more early in technology. So one of the things we can do is that by joining robotics. So the interesting part of this robotic first tech challenge is that this is not only just building robots like we already said before. It is also the teamwork of how individual member in the team are able to communicate, ideate, and finally build the robot. And this is actually very exciting because we are not only like regularly learn like things like maybe maths, like what we did in school, or taking notes. But we also practice what we have learned in class into real world challenges, and also in robots. So while building robots, we apply a lot of knowledges like maths. We can take an example like doing a calculations of maybe we can say doing a lot of calculations like physics calculations in the robot subsystems, and also like we also use a lot of calculations of math trigonometry and math trigonometry for the autonomous, because in first tech challenge the robot itself has to do autonomous movement.
Thank you. Well, obviously, audience would like to know, how to start, how to begin. Perhaps Dr. Riza Wahono, you can basically explain more. You did start to, we actually start to establish what then become a madrasah. The only reason is because the Ministry of Education at that time will not give the license, for us in, giving such education with a different kind of approach. So, well, the time is very limited, but start from the beginning. Tell us, what it's all about.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to speak in Indonesia, if it's possible, because there's a number of Indonesian schools that I would like to reach. Right? Baik, tujuan utama dari kita bikin lomba ini adalah menuju tahun 2045, generasi emas, ya kan? Tahun 2045 targetnya pastinya berubah, pastinya beda suasananya. Pastinya kita perlu anak-anak yang jago robotik, IoT, AI, dan itu perlu persiapan dari sekarang. Jadi ketika kita buat lomba seperti ini, ya menarik. Dan alhamdulillah Pak Yono, tahun 2017 kita diminta sama American Embassy menjadi wakil untuk FGC, First Global Challenge di Washington DC. Dari sana kita menang Innovation Award. Dari Innovation Award ada sebuah perusahaan di Silicon Valley mengundang kita. Datang deh Silicon Valley, lihat Silicon Valley. Ketika ke Silicon Valley, kita lihat, yang kita lihat nggak hanya perusahaan-perusahaan besar, kita juga lihat kompetisi robot. Mereka punya kompetisi robot yang beda dengan FGC. Wah, kok keren banget. Anak SD, SMP, SMA punya kompetisi robot. Saya lihat di Indonesia kalau saya bicara kompetisi robot, kok belur gitu ya. Yang ada menang-menangan. Mau menang-menangan sampai kadang curang-curangan, guru yang bikinin buat siswanya, nggak terlihat sebuah perjuangan yang real dari anak tersebut. Nah, saya pelajari, wah bagus nih ada FRC, First Robotic Competition, sama FTC, sama FLL, Lego League. Nah, saya dua hal tersebut, yang FTC langsung ke 2017, 2018, langsung saya coba buat tim untuk FTC. 2018 kita buat challenge-nya adalah All Girls Team. 2018 kita berangkat All Girls Team, namanya Finishing Voyagers. Mana tim Voyagers? Ini ada beberapa tim yang serang. 2018 kita bawa mereka, kita ajarin. Mereka baru lulus SD. Lulus SD suruh bikin robot 2018. Ya, bikin tim, bikin robot, kemudian kita ajak mereka bertanding di Sydney. Di Sydney apresiasi bagus, Pak. Menang Judge Award mereka, bagus. Pengalaman kedua 2018, bikin lagi tim lagi, putri lagi, terus. Nah, suddenly 2020 COVID, ya. 2021 masih COVID, 2022 kita siapin lagi timnya, mau berangkat ke Australia, tapi sama tim Australia dilarang, nggak mau, karena kalau kamu menang jatah Australia nggak bisa ke World Championship. Loh, jadi gimana? Ya udah kamu bikin aja. Wah, bingung kan kita, mau nggak mau kita harus bikin sendiri nih. Wah, cari arah segala macam. Pak Hisham alhamdulillah dia kontak langsung ke First, minta sebagai wakil untuk First Tech Challenge di Indonesia. Jadi kemudian dikasih oke, kamu boleh bikin tapi syarat bikin dulu percobaan. Jadi tahun 2021 ya, itu percobaannya di Jogja. Ya, scrimmage. Ada coba 8 tim yang bertanding dan dia bikin laporan, rupanya firstnya senang, oke, dikasih kesempatan dia tes lagi, bikin lagi, yang lebih besar lagi. Bikinlah kemarin di Depok, ya, which is Pak Ionel also one of the team from Bali asking coming to our place. Nah, setelah itu apa? Setelah itu First resmi memberikan Indonesian FIRST Robotic sebagai partner. Ini sebuah terobosan yang bagus. Ya. Ya. Jadi nantinya setiap tahun kita punya lomba First Tech Challenge di Indonesia, dan kalau kita lebih dari 50 timnya, kita dapat 3 tim bisa berangkat sebagai wakil Indonesia ke Houston. Ini sebuah semangat, jadi saya terus terang sedang berusaha untuk mengundang tim-tim yang lain. Tim ada dari Sinarmas, ada dari Bali, ada dari Balikpapan, tadi 2 tim. Dan kita nggak tahu, ke depan akan banyak lagi tim-tim yang akan kita gabung, kita minta bergabung untuk memulai membuat robot. Satu lagi, boleh nggak saya dikasih gambar yang saya kirim? Bu, ada? Ini, kalau kita lihat, kenapa more than robots? Ya, modern robot yang pertama kita mau attack adalah the way of thinking. Ways of thinkingnya kita mau jadikan anak Indonesia ke depan menjadi seorang problem solver. Ya, problem solver dengan apa? Dengan inovasi, dengan creative thinking. Di 2 hal ini kalian berkompetisi. Keluarkan ide bagus, keluarkan kreatif bagus. Jadi kompetisi, problem solver. Naik dikit, ternyata dunia nggak bisa sendirian, men. Dunia harus bekerja sama. Dan kalian bicara dengan kolaboratif problem solving secara kolaboratif. Ya, butuh apa? Butuh komunikasi. Butuh apa? Butuh kolaborasi dan working together. Ini naik kompetisi menjadi kolaborasi. Bukan hanya kompetisi saja, tapi kolaborasi. Makanya First Tech ini competition meet collaboration, which is very good. Ya, naik dikit. Penguasaan tools of working, ada ICT, ada Industri 4.0, ada robotik, dan terakhir tugas kalian adalah kalian menjadi seorang global profesional. Itu Pak Yono tujuan kita tadi, insyaallah semoga dipahami.
Terima kasih Pak Riza. Saya manggilnya Riza aja karena teman sebetulnya. Oke, Dr. Riza Wahono, terima kasih. Now come to you, Ionel. We know that there is the demographic dynamics, okay? Population increase at least 1% per year in this region. People are basically competing, you know, to provide food, to provide education, to provide works and everything. You are somebody that actually try to utilize robots, yeah, to cope with this kind of situation. UN has the SDG, 17 goals. And to do that, we do the ESG, so impact on the environment, impact on social, also impact through the governance. How do you think robots can help? So I try to find collaboration as well as the connection. Please, Leona.
Thank you very much, first of all, for inviting me to be here. I've been with FIRST since 2010, so I have quite a bit of experience with that. How I see how technology and how robots impact our lives, in my opinion, I want to give you a very short example. Everybody knows Netherlands as a country. Netherlands as a country is the 2nd biggest country in the world who exports fresh food. And it's a tiny country. Indonesia, it's way bigger, way bigger. Indonesia can do way better, way better. Technology is going to support us not only to live a normal life, but to have more time for family, to have more time for human connection. All the time that we invest in technology is to automate pretty much everything that we can, growing food, building cars, building technology, building hospital, building robots in the hospitals, building everything else, so we have more time for the human component, where it's like spending time with the loved ones, spending time with making friends, and growing together as humanity. So that's where robotics and technology comes in and helps everybody. And I hope to see all of you, but not only you. Like, I don't want to see you. I want to see you plus one. So as you go away today, you must convince at least one other person to join the program, because there's so much learning. There's so many opportunities for every single one of you. And the biggest opportunity and the biggest challenge that I will see, it's like resources. Like, everybody will be like, okay, but we don't have enough funds to build this, to do that. Everybody's in the same position. But if you believe in something, you can make it possible. And FIRST, as a program, had so many support materials that can help you start doing fundraising and building your own team. And I think that's wonderful.
Thank you. Well, back to you, Dr. Riza Wahono. When I visited the beautiful country of Romania, I think I went out of Bucharest about 4 to 5 hours driving. See, the river you have, and there is a big delta, which actually utilized. I think the size is almost 120,000 hectares. And 80,000 hectares is rented by UAE, United Arab Emirates, for food estate. And this food estates actually running the operation 24 hours because robots working behind it. My question is, your competition will be only competitions throwing balls, or you will increase the competition into more applicable type of challenge? Please.
All right, thank you, Pak Yono. Actually, we have, the EFR especially, we have 3 kinds of league. The first one is this is the first robot competition, FRC. And the second one is FTC, First Tech Challenge. And lastly, we are also involved with First Global Challenge. In the First Global Challenge, mostly talking about global challenge. One of it nowadays, we will be leaving to Athena in 2 weeks' time, and we will bring our idea regarding food solution. We propose agri-bot for feeding the future, that kind of thing. And by doing that, we also build our own paddy bot, spice bot, chicken bot, all of that. So it's really good learning for them. They are really building something that exactly facing with the current problem. So it does affect them, and it will also, hopefully, we will bring this to the next target, because the idea for them to bring this kind of agribot is to have what you call it, the food, Pak Prabowo project.
Food estate.
Yeah?
Food estate, no?
Come on, guys. Programnya Pak Prabowo. Food, nutritious meal, free nutritious meal. The idea to solve that kind of project should be bring to students, and so each school should have their own paddy board, chicken board, etc. So they try support sustainable agriculture within the school itself. So the idea, it will bring to the idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak.
If I may, I would like to add to what you just mentioned. I'm going a little bit off script here because I like to call the First Tech Challenge not a competition. I like to call it as a festival. Yeah. Festival where everybody comes together, and through their robot with what they built there, it's like, this is how we see things. This is our vision of solving some of the challenges. Now, we are a school, right? The competition is for the school level, where everybody and every single one of you is right now. So it's not like at a higher level. You need to create and build your foundation. once you build your foundation and like being part of this festival to celebrate your learning and celebrate the new technologies that you learn and like the way you see things and how you, everybody else, and how you learn from other teams. And another thing about the competition, it's a little bit of a paradox because the winning team is the team who helps the other teams the most. So it's not just be myself, I don't care about anybody else. No, it's the way you help more, the more you help, the better results you get. So this festival is the entry level into technology where you can figure out if you're gonna enjoy technology. You know, everybody has a phone in their hand, literally almost now. How do you think those are coming around? It's not just some secret mission of some company trying to build those phones. No, it's people like you who design, who creates different components. They put them together and then you have it in your hand. So that's where it starts. And further, it's up to you how far you want to get. Because there's like $80 million in scholarship. So basically, there will be a lot of university chasing you, saying like, we want you. We want you to come to our university to study here because we see a lot of value in you. So please go ahead and think about how you can start this and don't let anything to stop you. Because the only thing that stops you is you. So there's no limit here.
Yeah. I agree regarding those. I remember there's one ethos from first is they call it gracious professionalism. See? The meaning is very clear. How you can, what you call it? We call it very much not only about competition, but they also have to say helping their opponents, working with them together, beating at the very highest position, which is that kind of thing. And they learn a lot from it. And that's what I interested regarding first is how they build competition and collaboration together, and their competition, very nice one. And this gracious professionalism is one of ethos that I like it most. Right.
Good. So, guys, if the competition or the challenge is not like what you had last time, but now the challenge is more closer to the biological thing, you know, like life materials. How do you think you can basically grab more people to coming in? The one that loves biology, for instance, the one that loves something other than mechanicals and automation. Can this basically luring, so we can conclude everything to join in, while using the robotic theme as one of the honeypot? Is it possible? Bisa nggak kalau
before they're gonna answer, I want to start with the fact that robotics is not just about technical. Like a robotics team, you can split it in half. It's like half technical and half non-technical. And in the non-technical part, there's a lot of help that, everybody heard about Albert Einstein, but do you know why you heard about him? Literally? Because he kept track and records of everything that he's done. Otherwise, you never heard about him. There's so many other great inventions all over the planet, but we don't know about them. Why? Because they never keep records and promote themselves to present what they learned and what they achieved. And this is part of the robotics team. One of the most important parts is to promote yourself, to show everybody else what you learned, what you achieved, and then you can keep moving on. So they need a lot of team members. Each team need a lot of team members and volunteers.
Gimana? Kira-kira mungkin nggak itu digabungin kamu sama orang-orang yang senang dengan biologi, senang dengan fisika atau yang lain-lain?
Okay.
Gitu.
Okay, I finally understand the question. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
at first I didn't understand the question. So you are actually, Yono, you are actually asking can I do a teamwork with people who likes outside mechanics? Because I'm a mechanics, right? I said before in my team, I have raw mechanics and also the 3D designer. And for me, it's actually possible because in our school, basically in my school, it has projects outside this FTC. So what I mean outside this FTC is I collaborate with all my friends that actually maybe they didn't like mechanic, but they love about yeah, like biology, physics, and I can work with them. Like if so, what I do, I will tell you like how the team flow is. I mean how the team work. First is we discuss like what we want to make in the project. Like so, in the example, this is gonna be an engineering project, or maybe this is gonna be a social project. Yeah, social project, and how I work with people that didn't like mechanics, maybe they love outside mechanics. First, I will do discussion with them, like what we gonna do, what will we build, and after we know what we want to build, like maybe I want to make some social projects about trash, like maybe I will make automation, I will make an automatic sorter for the trash, so maybe people can just drop their trash to the trash bin, and the trash bin actually will process and maybe will sort all the trash. That's gonna be the main idea, right? And after that, we will define all the things that we should do. First is actually how people will know our project, because we want people to use our project. Like we want people to use our product. And the second one is actually how we want to design the product. And how we want to design the product is actually we need to define it again into another thing, like what the product will be, like how is the shape of the product, what is the function list of the product, and what is the opportunity of the product. That's going to be two work on the team. And the third maybe, and I say this is going to be an automatic, yeah, it's linked into programming, right? And also in this team, we're going to need people that didn't like mechanics, but maybe they love programming. That's going to be the third work. I will only say third work, three works. And in here, we already see that people that from this, I can say from different division, from different passion working together, so they need to do the thing that that's same with their passion. Like people that like programming will program the machine, and people who love mechanic will build the machine. And in here, we'll build a communication between two people with different passion. Like the programmer person will ask the mechanic like, hey, how the machine will work, and what should I program? And also the mechanic will say like how I should build the machine so you can make the program more simple. And there is already two communication between two different people with the different passion. And also, first I said, like the people who will outreach about our project will actually join the communication. Like they will ask like, can I have the 3D design or maybe the draft design of the project, and I will make the proposal. So I will outreach to other people, and that's already that's my answer about your question.
Thank you.
I can work with other.
Thank you, Lionel. I mean, you mentioned about Albert Einstein. I do also on my part in defense. We know Sun Tzu, right? And the reason why Sun Tzu is called as the father of the strategy is because he took notes, not because he's the the one that understands strategy, but he took notes because during the Pharaoh time there are many warriors, but they never take notes. So project management is very important in this kind of thing, yeah. And in short, because we are running out of time, just tell a little bit of any tips that you can give for them that try to build things on the project management. What will be something that they have to prioritize so they can actually focus and complete whatever they try to do?
I will start with gm0.org. gm0.org, it's a website where it has everything you need to know about starting an FTC team, an First Tech Challenge team. And from there, I will say you need to prioritize on the robot specifically, make sure you can do one task and you can do it good. You do it perfect. Once you finish that, then you can build out on top of that. Be sure that you don't destroy everything else that you built previously. And keep accurate records of everything you're doing, like from taking photos, taking small notes, and try to use most of the teams in the world, they use something that is called a design cycle. So using the design cycle, when you start with the design cycle, you have four main parts. Like you ask a lot of questions. You start like doing a little bit of research. Then you develop your plans and ideas. You put everything in practice. You try it out, and then the last step will be evaluating. A lot of people, they skip the evaluating part. They say, like, oh no, it works. I saw it for 1 second and it works. No. Evaluating, it's literally 25% of the entire process. Like if you put 25% in inquiring, analyzing, 25% in developing ideas, 25% in actually building and trying, 25% it's evaluating. That's really important, where you should never skip that step. It's very important.
Thank you, Ionel. Dr. Riza Wahono. Surely it's not easy, right? What the hardest part when you start these things? Surely not money, right? Like, please tell some of your experience, please.
Ya, thank you very much, Pak Dr. Yono. Ditanyakan apa yang paling sulit? Kira-kira apa yang paling sulit? Yang paling sulit itu passion, ya, passion dan menuruti passion secara runut, itu Pak. Jadi kalau tadi Pak Ionel cerita bagaimana project management start dengan know the challenge right. Tahu masalahnya dulu, tahu masalahnya bagian 50% selesai. Kalau masalahnya salah, kalau dikasih solusi salah. Jadi know the problem is very important. Ya, baru setelah itu terapkan proses desain proses, ya, desain proses runut dari mulai cari materi belakang latar belakangnya, cari solusi, ya, ideas development, terus gambar, habis digambar prototyping jadi uji dulu, diuji gagal balik lagi terus sampai selesai. Nah, yang paling sulit itu bukan kerjakan itu, yang paling sulit mencari passion anak-anaknya. Mau gak dikerjain secara runut sampai jadi tuntas? Kalau dia runut dan jadi, maka selesai semua, Pak Yono. Nah, ini terutama yang paling penting adalah menjadikan anak-anak yang belajar mandiri. Karena ini gak bisa lagi, orang tua gak bisa nyuruh-nyuruh dia lagi, guru gak bisa nyuruh lagi. Kalau anaknya mau stabil, dia bisa punya passion dan dia kerjakan sendiri, maka tuntas semua. Jadi utama saya bilang adalah anak-anak harus punya passion. Kamu mau jadi apa di masa depan? Ya, setelah tahu passionnya apa, enak sekolah akan nanya, kamu mau kemana? Mau ke Bandung? Pakai bus yang ini. Ya, mau ke Jogja? Pakai bus yang ini. Itu enak sekolah juga. Tapi kalau mau kemana? Nggak tahu Pak. Lah, gimana mau sekolah? Dorong kalian pergi kemana? Jadi first of all harus tahu mau kemana, baru sekolah atau universitas menghantarkan kalian kepada tempat yang paling tinggi. Itu aja pokoknya.
Terima kasih. Adik-adik semua yang ada di sini, udah tahu belum mau kemana? Mau kemana? At Amerika ya. Okay, now we are up to the time for the floor to come up with questions to all the panelists. So if anyone that can just raise their hand, you can speak in Indonesia or even in English, bahasa Jawa, bahasa Sunda juga boleh. Walaupun saya kadang-kadang nggak paham ya. Ada nggak yang mau tanya? Ayo berani adik-adik. Berani adalah modal. Ada mana? Ayo. Oke, di belakang, silakan.
Hello, allow me to speak in English. My name is Kiara, but you can call me Kay. And I am a computer and network engineering student. And seeing that I'm majoring in that field, I'm curious on how you manage the communication systems between the robot and its control unit. What advice would you give to someone with my background who wants to contribute to a robotics team? Thank you.
Pertanyaannya ke siapa? Salah satu dari mereka ya?
Ya boleh.
Oke. Bisa dijelasin sekali
lagi? Can you explain a bit more?
Okay. Mungkin di bahasa Indonesia aja ya. Jadi gimana sih cara robot itu berkomunikasi dari communication systemnya ke control unitnya. Jadi itu bagaimana mereka berkomunikasi seperti itu. Terima kasih.
Oke, aku bantu jelasin ya. Jadi di First Tech Challenge ini itu setiap robot tuh khusus diwajibkan menggunakan control unit dari perusahaan Rev Robotics. Nah, control unitnya itu apa? Itu tuh namanya control hub. Jadi di FTC ini, di control hub itu tuh apa ya? Kayak otaknya, kayak komputernya dari si robot. Nah, dari komputernya ini, itu tuh di control hub tuh ada beberapa pin. Kalian tahu pin nggak? Yang biasa pernah pakai Arduino? Tahu nggak? Pokoknya dari control hub itu ada pin-pinnya gitu. Jadi setiap kayak hardware, kayak misal motor, DC motor, terus servo, sensor, itu bisa kabelnya bisa dimasukin ke pin outs di control hub itu. Nah, jadi komunikasinya adalah, terus juga nggak hanya control hub, di FTC juga ada yang namanya driver station. Itu tuh kayak gadget, itu berupa Android device, yang dimana driver itu menggunakan gadget itu untuk memilih program dan memulai programnya. Nah, terus juga di driver station itu juga tersedia port untuk mengkoneksikan gamepad, bisa berupa gamepad PS4 or gamepad untuk mengkontrol si robot tersebut. Nah, jadi si driver station itu actually have two ports for gamepad. So terus juga mengenai komunikasinya, control hub itu sendiri itu sebenarnya punya wifi tersendiri. Jadi di setiap robot di FTC itu karena menggunakan control hub, mereka itu punya wifi yang berbeda-beda dan juga bandnya bisa berbeda-beda. Bandnya itu kalau misalkan langsung di kompetisi, band wifi-nya itu 5 GHz, lalu dari situ melalui wifi dari control hub tersebut, programmer tuh bisa mengupload codingan mereka melalui local host web dari control hub atau dari Android Studio, IDE Android Studio. Apakah itu menjawab pertanyaan Kak Kay?
Terima kasih. Ada lagi?
If I may, I can add. I can add a little bit to this one. So I think you mentioned the main programming language is Java, object oriented, and actually as a challenge, if you mentioned the communication, how the communication happens, it's through Wi-Fi. But is there a solution to isolate the Wi-Fi connection between the control hub and the driver hub, so there is no other interference in between? Actually, First Tech Challenge is still looking into solution how to solve that problem, because as you know, like once you connect it and you have a Wi-Fi connection to something, other things or other devices or other people, they try to connect that. So that's already a weak connection. So maybe as a challenge, how can you secure that connection so nothing else, once a device is connecting, nothing else will connect? So that will, there's a lot of challenges that can start from the competition itself. Something that if you find the solution, I will think that's at least $1 billion answer. If you find that answer, how to secure a Wi-Fi connection.
Can you lock the MAC address?
That's still not enough.
Not enough, okay. Thank you. Any other questions coming from the floor? Otherwise, I'll going to come with the questions coming from Facebook. Andai. So the question is, in what ways does robotic education bridge the gap between theory and practice? Dr. Riza.
Right. Theory and practice. This is real experience, right? We use STEAM education, whereas the STEAM education is not talking only science, engineering, math, art, etc. But this one, when going to robotic, they make it as they use it. Now, when they build robot, they have to do some calculation about speed. The speed, they have to derive it from rotation, RPM and calculate the diameter. They go to this mathematical, right? Then again, talking about gravity, they have to put weight after talking about gravity, and everything is there. So by doing robotics, we get science, we got technology, we got art, right? We got math, everything is there. So I think we have been playing with STEAM education since 2004, and I found it myself. The children like it more. They don't feel they're learning, but they're already experienced something bigger than just only subject things. So the STEAM education through robotic is a real thing, and this is exercising. Not only that, that's a hard score. The soft score, right? They're learning how to collaborate, emotional things. That's the most important things. When they're working together, they spoke to each other. That's, I say, it's more than robot. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Riza. Actually, this is also answering the questions of Bima, who is coming in through Twitter. He was asking why robotics powerful tool for teaching STEM subjects. So you basically answering that. Anyone would like to add some more, but we are limited in time, or it is good enough? Okay.
This is literally hands-on technology. So between theory and practice, I mean, you can read a lot of theory, but most of the times when I start with my students, I just throw a lot of robotics parts in front of them, and I'll just say, let's build, let's start it. And then, yeah, they have a little bit of theory, but it's like, okay, now practice is completely different. So what is a screw? What is this? What is that? So for the first time, they start putting things together.
Right. Okay. Anyone now come up with, please. Silakan.
Hello, my name is Ilmia and I'm from TechnoNatura. I want to ask the first team. So my question is, you compete with a lot of team, right? And they make a cool robot and else, yeah. And how do you manage yourself to keep confident or, yeah? That's
Okay, that's really
Thank you.
really nice question, because that was the feeling how I keep confident with with our own robots, because yeah, you're right. Robots from outside Indonesia are pretty cool. They were really, I can say, they were really cool and also really efficient than our robots. But how I can make myself and my team keep confident with our robots? Because it's built with ourselves. We spend a lot of time with the robots. We spend a lot of ideas for the robots, and also we build the robots together. Like how I can keep, the things I want to say is actually how you can keep confidence with your robots. Like you see, maybe the other robots, oh, maybe the robots is more cool. Your alliance robot is more cool than your robots. That robot is actually got the first ranking, and your robots only got like 3 ranking, not ranking in 3. You can just think like, okay, I built this robot with all that I have, and I built this robot with all my friends. Things that I want here is actually the teamwork, and I have finished the robots, I got the collaboration, and I have finished this robot with all ideas from all the team member, and also I already spent a lot of time. The things that you should remember how to keep you confident with your robot is actually time you spend with your robots, because it's actually things that all teams should have, right? You spend a lot of time with your robots, and you should take all the outcome that will come in the competition, like maybe the ranking of your robots. But yeah, you still need confidence. You still need to be confident, because your robot is actually the time where you spend for the robots.
Anyone from the floor? Okay, I'm coming back to the online. Okay, Salma, she's asking about why is it important to align STEAM education, STEAM, not STEM education, with contemporary industry needs, and how does the first tech challenge achieve this? Dr. Riza.
Right. In America, they use STEM education, but lately, art take some idea, because you may know when we design things, car, for example, they don't see it as function only. they see it as beauty. They see it's architecture. So they put art on it. So how? I mean, when we talk STEM education with plus A, not only STEM, we give them some humanity for them. We give some aesthetic into the project. Now, regarding STEM itself, I mean, we know that some STEM, yeah, Indonesia, we be lagging behind because we only know science and math, no technology, no engineering, right? But we do have no art. In Indonesia, we have very good cultural art from Bali to all over Indonesia. We have very good cultural art. So we want to bring that, and we need to do STEM to our education. Now on this STEM, because art give them some value more to just engineering and science. So that's the idea. Jadi kalau kita mau balik lagi, kenapa sih STEM harus artnya atau bagaimana STEM dilaksanakan? Kita baru belajar Pak Yono. Di Indonesia ini selama bertahun-tahun kita nggak pakai STEM. Kita belajar berdasarkan subject base, matematika, kotaknya nih. Jadi kepala kita nih kalau bla-bla, ini matematika doang. Ini sains doang. Ini art doang. Tidak pernah ada koneksi. Padahal paku, batu, kayu itu perlu dikembang sedemikian rupa sehingga jadi rumah yang indah. Kita nggak pernah belajar creation, belajar menciptakan sesuatu. Di mana ketika menciptakan sesuatu itu ada paduan antara sainsnya, engineeringnya, ada artnya. Itu kita kurang. Selama ini kerjaan kita hanya bikin kayu tumpukin, ya kan? Pasir tumpukin, ditumpuk doang. Tidak pernah diciptakan dalam satu bentuk rumah yang indah di mana kita bisa tinggal dan happy di sana. Itu perlunya STEM education. Jadi anak kita perlu tahu bahwa ada korelasi antara sains, teknologi, engineering, and math dalam satu kesatuan sehingga mereka bisa menghargai karya manusia. Itu punya.
Thank you, Dr. Riza. Please.
If I can add just one short thing is like the art part is to make it attractive. We all know that, you know, some of the time, not most of the time, engineers, they're not the easiest people to work with, right? And they come up with solutions, but they are not very attractive. Even though it works, they're like, okay, it works, that's it. But now with art, we make it be attractive. Would make it like everybody else enjoy it. So we want to make sure that everything we do, it's also beautiful. So that's important to have art in everything we do.
Yeah, I'm a design engineer by education, so I do understand where art is. So guys, a question from Jay. What do you think, yeah? How can the first tech challenge revolutionize STEM education in Indonesia? Bagaimana merevolusi edukasi di Indonesia? Lewat first challenge. Menurut Anda gimana? Kamu kan yang kompetisi ya?
Menurut kami, segenap dari tim kami tentunya, STEM education itu sendiri kan Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. Melalui program dan teamwork di dalam First Tech Challenge ini, kita itu kan pastinya ada banyak hal yang digabungkan dalam aspek teamworknya. Kayak misal the way of thinking and the way of we solve the problems. So dan juga gak hanya itu, kita juga pastinya melakukan banyak percobaan iterasi desain lalu lalu membuatnya. Itu kan udah salah satunya termasuk approach dari science. Nah selanjutnya kalau dari teknologinya sendiri itu pastinya kan programmingnya dan ya sistemnya. Nah kalau engineeringnya sendiri menurut kamu gimana, Taufik?
Well, dari engineeringnya sendiri itu kalau dari robotik ya, dari FTC ini kita bisa ambil dari bagaimana cara robot itu bekerja. Mekanisme apa yang akan kita gunakan, dan tim-tim mekanik di sini aku yakin semuanya tahu kan mekanisme apa yang bakal kalian pakai buat di game Into the Deep ini. Ada beberapa mekanisme yang kita bisa bilang masuk ke dalam bagian engineeringnya, di mana mungkin kita bisa bilang tim bisa menggunakan mechanical arm, atau menggunakan elevator system, dan mungkin storage system untuk bagian engineeringnya. Gitu mungkin.
Nah, lalu juga gak hanya itu kan, jadi di First Tech Challenge ini juga pastinya apa ya? Ada juga approach di art dan maths-nya. Art dan maths-nya itu tentunya di bagian gimana kita menggambarkan sebuah ide kita dan kita menuangkannya dalam sebuah gambar untuk menciptakan apa ya? Suatu solution dari problem yang kita hadapi di challenge first tech challenge ini. Jadi kayak misal gimana kita harus ngambil ini, gimana kita harus membuat robot ini efisien, itu kan pastinya harus digambarkan. Dan gak hanya itu, di First Tech Challenge ini juga hal yang seru juga, kita tuh di tempat kompetisi itu bisa saling berbagi merchandise. Kayak misalnya pin, terus apa lagi?
Pin, habis itu kita juga bisa bagi t-shirt kita, atau misalnya training kit tim kita, dan kita tukar dengan tim luar, yang dimana itu hal yang kita lakukan waktu di World Championship, dan itu banyak banget tim melakukan itu untuk apa? Untuk membuat koneksi antara tim dari negara yang jauh dari negara mereka dan negara mereka sendiri. Dan dari situ sendiri kita bisa bikin teman baru. Di mana mungkin anggota tim itu bisa ngenalin kita ke teman-temannya dan kita nambah teman baru, dan di season berikutnya kita bisa dapat mungkin teman kalau kita ketemu lagi di World Championship. Jadi kita nggak sendiri. Kita udah punya teman di sana yang dimana kita udah janjian bakal ketemu di sana, dan itu bakal jadi target kita juga. Kenapa kita harus balik lagi ke World Championship?
Terima kasih. Ini karena waktu juga mendesak kita. Mungkin saya tanya dulu yang muda-muda nih. Tahun 2045 ya. Kamu umur berapa?
Aku sepertinya 37.
37.
37.
Bakal bikin apa kamu di tahun itu? Udah punya apa kira-kira di tahun itu? Dan dampaknya apa di tahun itu yang kamu mau lihat? Dari apa yang kamu bisa bikin?
Personally, dari apa yang sudah aku mulai di jenjang SMA saat ini, aku berharap di tahun 2045 nanti, di saat aku menjejaki umur 36 atau 37 tahun, aku berharap pastinya aku bisa membuat kontribusi sebuah company teknologi yang bisa membantu Indonesia. Salah satunya bisa kayak mungkin mobil listrik atau renewable energy, karena kan pastinya di Indonesia itu sebenarnya secara sumber daya alam mungkin melimpah, tapi kita emang kekurangan aja gimana mengolah tersebut kan. Dan juga sejujurnya karena udah memulai di robotik ini, sejujurnya aku juga mulai tertarik bagaimana nanti aku berharap dengan teman-temanku yang dari SMA ini juga bisa ngebuat perusahaan bareng kayak misal automation robotics company. Kalau menurut kamu gimana?
Ya, itu mungkin yang dari Aldan sebagian, terima kasih. Dan target aku atau hal yang semoga aku dapatkan, yang aku kejar untuk di 2045 adalah sebuah company di mana dia bisa membantu kan kita tahu Indonesia ini penuh dengan orang dan orangnya banyak, dan tentu dengan banyak orang itu menambah jumlah suplai makanan juga. Dan di situ aku ingin banget membuat sebuah company di mana yang sekarang sedang aku pelajari juga di sekolah aku juga ada proyeknya, dan itu bisa jadi salah satu jalan yang sangat-sangat membantu buat aku ngejar mimpi aku, yaitu membuat sebuah company di mana dia bisa memproduksi makanan yang di mana makanan itu memenuhi standar-standar kesehatan dan tentunya, dan standar-standar yang bagus untuk dikonsumsi, yang dimana itu bisa membantu banyak orang dan mungkin bisa menuruni angka kelaparan di Indonesia. Dan aku sebenarnya punya 2 tujuan di 2045, yang dimana kalau teman-teman mau tahu, aku sebenarnya orang art juga, dan dimana aku masuk ke engineering, dimana di sisi art aku itu aku bermain di dunia 3D animasi. Dan aku sekarang udah ada sebuah tempat dimana aku bisa bermain dengan 3D animasi, dan salah satu mimpi aku di 2045 adalah membuat sebuah company juga di sebelah company IT itu, sebelah company tech makanan yang ingin aku buat, itu untuk untuk membuat seperti studio animasi atau membuat sebuah studio animasi yang dimana dia bisa menyaingi studio-studio terkenal di luar, Disney, Paramount, maybe Warner Bros yang ngeluarin trailer baru itu. Dan itu adalah 2 mimpi aku yang dimana sedang aku kejar, dan aku juga pengen tetap ngejaga 2 passion yang aku senang, itu engineering dan art, yang tetap aku jaga sampai sekarang.
Mudah-mudahan berhasil ya. Ionel, closing. Give a closing statement.
Can I see how many students never participated in the competition before, First Tech Challenge? How many? This is the first time for you? Okay, not so many, not so many. Please, 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 don't give up. This experience is going to change your life completely. Imagine if you will never had experience and you never heard about this thing, your life will have a different path, whatever that might be. But now that you have this path, the networking, the amount of people you're gonna meet, the amount of friends you're gonna make, the amount of things you're gonna discover, it's priceless. Don't waste the time. And always remember the times you're gonna work on the robot, either gonna be a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday or at 10 o'clock in the evening or at 2 o'clock in the evening or morning, whatever you wanna call that. That's gonna be the best time of your life. After that, you're gonna go into job and you're not gonna have all this time. Use it now when you're a kid and bring more people. They're gonna need this. Don't keep it just for yourself.
Dr. Riza Wahono, closing statement.
Thank you very much, Pak Yono. Right, Dean Comment always said, in robotic competitions, only few robots will win. Right? Few robots will win. Where more of them lose. But make sure you all win. How? Because when you design robot, you learn how to solve problem. Use that method to solve your own problem. So you learn how to solve problem, you employ creativity, you employ critical thinking. That's how you win through this first tech challenge. That's all, Pak Yono.
Thank you very much. So, well, please give a big of applause for our 4 panelists. But before closing and returning back the floor to lovely Andrea, please allow me to have some pantun. It's to Indonesian. One of the STEAM, the art. This is one of the culture thing. Let me have it one in English. I don't know whether it is good because it's pantun. They're not supposed to be said in English. Okay. This is it. Wave crash gently upon the shore. The moonlight glow so bright and pure. Robot built and learn some more. But can they feel? We're never sure. Ada satu lagi bahasa Indonesia. Pohon kelapa tinggi menjulang. Angin berbisik di malam sepi. Robot pintar semakin cemerlang. Tapi apakah bisa mengerti hati? Okay, Andrea, back to you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much to our wonderful speaker for the very inspiring session. I hope everyone is inspired too to give this world a better future. And earlier before this event, I asked a little trivia question, which was, what was the first robotic competition? And the answer is C, Micro Mouse. Congratulations to Lear Langga from Instagram for answering the question correctly. If you find today's event fun, you may follow us on our social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, @Adamerica, where we will give you more updates about our upcoming events. And we also have newsletter and YouTube channel as well. So please don't forget to subscribe. And with that, we have reached the very end of today's session, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, and see you at the next Adamerica event. Bye-bye.
Thank you.